Hello everyone, this is part 2 of What If Naruto Was the King of Gambling, and I hope you guys enjoy this video and to like, to subscribe, to share, and check out the playlist, to see more comment down below. Now let's start the intro.
They call me a god. They call me a god. They call me a god.
Join my membership, the perks are great. It's in the description. Be sure to like and subscribe, it gives me more motivation. Enjoy. Naruto was peacefully eating dinner at the Tazuna residence after Kakashi explained his theory about Zabuza being alive when Inari decided to have a bi breakdown. Why do you try so hard? You're just gonna S anyway. He shouted at the blonde gambler who looked up at the ceiling, thinking for a moment, before answering. No I'm not, he said, and Inari started being again. Sorry if you're disappointed at me for not writing his long rant, but I really don't like Inari's Bing. When Inari finished his ranting, Naruto bit his thumb and drew the blood over his palm. How about a bet, brat? Naruto asked while performing some seals. A bet? Inari asked, confused. Naruto slammed his palm into the floor before shouting, Kuchio's no jutsu, summoning technique. And a puff of smoke appeared. The smoke dissipated to reveal a 2-foot-tall, black grizzly cub wearing a red kimono with the kanji for odds on the back. Naruto grinned at the memory of how he got the contract for this summon. Flashback no jutsu. A 13-year-old Naruto was sitting in a small house in a lodging town just 2 miles out of Konoha with 5 men in their mid-20s, one of which was a former Kusa grassed nin. Naruto looked at his cards. All in, he said with a smirk. I don't have enough money for that. The nuke nin muttered before snapping his fingers. Hey kid, you're a ninja right? He asked, and Naruto nodded. In training, yes. Why? He asked, and the Kusa nin smiled before unsealing a large scroll from a smaller one. I'm the holder for the bear summoning contract. And judging by your tattoos, you're a gambler. They're huge gamblers as well, so I think you'd get along perfectly, so tell you what. I'll bet the bear summoning contract on this one. You win and you get my money in the contract. I win and I get your money, and your coat, the Kusa nin said. Naruto thought about it for a moment. He really liked his coat. After a few moments of thinking, he nodded. Okay, show me what you got, he said with a smirk, and the Kusa nin showed his cards to reveal a 4 of a kind, tens. Sorry, Naruto said before showing his hand. 4 of a kind, jacks, he said with a smirk, freezing the Kusa nin. The Kusa nin just sat there for a few minutes, just staring at Naruto's cards. A loud fuck scared the Hokage as he sat in his office reading Ica Paradise, Volume 5. He chuckled a little after regaining his composure. He. It seems Naruto has won something quite interesting to be able to make someone scream like that, the old Hokage said before continuing reading. How? Why? The Kusa nin asked while crying his heart out. My sake money. You don't seem so upset about losing your contract, Naruto said as he sealed the summoning contract into a scroll of his own. I don't care about those stupid bears. All they care about is gambling, money and booze. They don't even like me. But my sake money, the Kusa nin said before breaking down again. Naruto pitied the nin and looked up in the ceiling. What do you want me to do, my lady? He asked his goddess in his head. A coin fell out of the pile, off the table, and stopped in front of the Kusa nin. Naruto sighed. So it's like that, huh? He asked the goddess and sighed again. He crouched down in front of the Kusa nin. I'll buy this contract from you with the money I had and won, he said, and left the building, leaving a stunned group behind. 2 days later, Naruto was standing on an open field, intending to summon the boss to gain his permission to summon his kind. He bit his thumb, smeared the blood on his palm, and performed the seals. Kuchio's no jutsu. He shouted and slammed his palm into the ground. A huge puff of smoke appeared, revealing a gamabunta-sized panda dressed in a black kimono with the kanjis for booze, gambling and money on the back. Who summoned me? The panda asked with a booming voice. I did, Naruto said as he jumped and landed on the panda's nose. You. Stop bullsting me. A youngster like you can't summon me, the great Bakuchiuchi, professional gambler. The panda shouted with a laugh. Naruto smirked. Wanna bet? He asked, and the panda stopped laughing. A bet? Okay. What's the bet? He asked with a raised eyebrow. Do pandas have eyebrows? I don't think so. If I manage to summon you again, you'll accept me as your summoner. But if you win, I'll buy you all the sake you can drink. Naruto said, making Bakuchi's eyes widen before narrowing. All the booze I can drink. At Naruto nod, the panda chuckled. Fine. Prepare to be ruined, kid, he said before disappearing in a puff of smoke. Naruto once again went through the seals for the summoning and summoned Bakuchi again. Once the panda was summoned, Naruto fell down on one knee. Pooh. Summoning the boss twice really takes a lot out of you. Well, I'll be damned. Alright, I'll accept you as my summoner and inform the Bear Clan that we have a new summoner. But before I leave, I have 2 questions, he said, and Naruto nodded. Shoot. What is your name and do you like gambling? Everyone who wishes to summon us must practically worship the 3 taboos of a ninja. Bakuchi said, and Naruto chuckled. My name is Uzumaki Naruto, and yes, I love gambling. How do you think I ended up with your summoning contract? Naruto asked, and Bakuchi shrugged. Meh, you could have got it from anywhere. Now if there's nothing else, I'll just be on my way then, yar ne. Bakuchi said, and once again disappearing in a puff of smoke, leaving an exhausted Naruto on the ground. Flashback no Jutsu, Kai. The grizzly cub waved lazily at Naruto. Yo. Hisashiburi Dana Naruto, he said, and Naruto smiled. Hisashiburi Gyakusen, I think that means calculate. I need you to calculate the odds of something for me. Naruto said, and the grizzly nodded. Okay. Give me the info. Gyakusen said, and took a pen and notebook out of his kimono. Naruto turned to Tazuna. Okay, Tazuna-san. I need you to tell me about Gato's forces. How many thugs does he have, and are they samurais, ninjas, or just hired muscle? Naruto said, and Tazuna put a hand to his chin while Naruto's temporary team, Inari and Tsunami, just looked at Naruto wondering what he was up to. I'd say that he has about 200 thugs, samurais and hired muscle. Tazuna said, and Naruto and Gyakusen nodded, with Gyakusen writing it down on his notebook. Okay, Naruto said, and turned to Gyakusen. Add to that he has hired an A-rank nuke nin. Momoki Zabuza and a negotiate of his that is on a slightly higher level than Zabuza. Now tell me, what are the odds of me and my team losing against those numbers? Naruto asked, and Gyakusen looked up at him. I don't know. Who's on your team? He asked, and Naruto pointed at Kakashi. Copy ninja Hitaki Kakashi and 3 unexperienced genin, he said, and Gyakusen nodded before writing the info down and calculating the odds. Oh, Hitaki Kakashi. The dog pack speaks very highly of him, he said, making Kakashi blush slightly at the compliment. Not that anyone could see it. There. The odds of you losing are 50-1, he said, and Naruto nodded while looking at Inari. Okay, brat. I got then bucks here that says that I can K Gato and his thugs without S, he said, and was stopped from saying anything else by Gyakusen, who tugged on his pant leg. What? Naruto asked, and Gyakusen looked at his notebook. You didn't say anything about S. With your healing, I have to make a whole new calculation, he said, and tore the page of his notebook. 20 seconds later, he was done and looked up. The odds of US are 250-1. Gyakusen said, and Naruto nodded. Okay. Inari. $10 saying I can K Gato and his thugs without S. Naruto said, and Inari nodded and reached into his pocket to fish out his money, but was interrupted by Tazuna. Wait a minute. What are the odds of you winning? He asked, and Gyakusen looked at his notebook. 2-1. He said, and Tazuna nodded. Wait. What's up with the odds? I don't get it. Inari said, and Naruto sighed. Okay. If you, for example, bet $10 that and I do. You win 250 times the money, meaning 10 times 250 equals $2,500. If I win $20. Naruto said, and Inari put $20 on the table. Fine. Show me the money first. Sagato's men don't rob your corpse before I get them, he said, and Naruto chuckled before taking out his wallet, pulling out $2,500. Deal. Naruto said, and extended his hand. Now until the bet is cleared, I don't want to hear anything from you, okay? He asked, and Inari nodded before shaking Naruto's hand. Deal. And with that he left the room. I'll hold the money, Tazuna said with a hungry look in his eyes, and reached for the money before getting smacked in the head with a frying pan. No way. I'll hold the money. You'll just spend them on sake. Tsunami said and grabbed the money while Tazuna rubbed the sore lump on his head. 1 week had passed and Naruto was currently sitting on the bridge with a human-sized panda wearing a blue vest with the kanji for money on the back, playing a game of poker with the grizzly. Kamogunegi wo shotokaru. Along comes a sucker just begging to be parted from his money, or in short, Kamo, sucker, losing big time. Hey, Kamo. I've been thinking, Naruto said and the grumpy cigar-smoking bear looked up. Oh really? I thought I smelled something burning, he said with a glare. Naruto chose to ignore the insult. Seriously, your name really fits your poker SKS, he said with a smirk, making Kamo grab the crate they used as a table and throw it into the water below. F you man, he shouted and flipped Naruto the bird. I don't need to take this S from you. And with that, Kamo disappeared in a puff of smoke. He. Sore loser, Naruto said and gathered the scattered cards before making a bunch of cage buncheons to help Tazuna with the construction. 1 week later Naruto was sleeping soundly after a wild night of drinking and gambling with his bears. Team 7 had decided it would be best for him to sleep in, so they left him there while they went to the bridge. He woke up from the sound of screaming coming from the kitchen. Now let's see here. Hangover plus sunshine plus loud screaming. Not a good combination. Needless to say, Naruto sat up straight before falling out of bed after getting hit straight in the face by Mr. Sun. Damn the sun to hell, he shouted in his mind while holding his pounding head. Wait a minute, he thought after a while. Screaming. That can't be good, he thought and looked out the window to see 2 samurais getting ready to turn Inari into little pieces. Naruto's eyes widened. OS. He howled before jumping out the window and planting his foot into the face of one of the samurais. He landed gracefully before blurring out of view and appearing in front of the other samurai with his foot firmly planted in said man's groin. The samurai gave off a little girly squeal before Naruto quickly snapped his N.S. He shouted after tying the other samurai up. If they came here, then Zabuza must already be on the move. He shouted and rushed upstairs to grab his coat and kunai pouch. Naruto passed out the previous night before he had the chance to take off his pants. When he came down he poked Inari on the forehead. Your $20 are mine, he exclaimed before rushing off towards the bridge. When he got to the bridge he saw Sasuke inside a dome of ice mirrors while Sai was fighting some kid with green hair and Kakashi fought Zabuza. The hunter nin who had created the dome of ice mirrors poked his head out of one of them to chase Sasuke again when a card came flying towards his head. He managed to pull his head back just in time for the card to make a deep gash in his mask, but the force of the wind chakra forced him out of the mirror and he landed flat on his face. A card, the hunter nin thought before quickly rolling to the left to see 4 more cards lodging themselves to the ground, right where his head, chest and shoulders would have been had he not rolled away. Ah, crap, he thought when he saw 2 dice landing in front of him, showing 1.1 each. Snake eyes, you lose, was all he heard before the dice exploded, sending him flying into Zabuza who was just preparing to chop Kakashi's head off. Haku, what the hell? Zabuza asked when he saw the blonde kid from before. Oh no, he said with a sigh and his eyes closed. You know, I thought that I had heard about you. Now I know who you are, he said making Naruto raise an eyebrow. Konoha's card shark, he said making Kakashi gasp. What? You didn't know that you had Konoha's card shark traveling with you? Zabuza asked incredulously before turning to Haku and the green-haired kid. F. Gato. We can't win against this guy, he said and his partners nodded before all 3 of them shunshined away. Oh, it seems that the demon of the bloody mist was nothing more than a scared little chibi devil, came a voice from the end of the bridge. Naruto and Kakashi looked to see Gato standing there with all of his thugs behind him. I wasn't even going to pay him anyway. So I'm not really losing anything. He has tired you people out and now I'll just let my men here finish you off, he said and expected the shinobi to flee at the sight of his army, but to his surprise, the blonde kid laughed. What's so funny you little brat? He asked the blonde who frowned. You're calling me little. You're the shorter one of us. Naruto said and grinned. And the funny thing is that I just got here, he said with a smile. And Kakashi here is a Junin, he won't be worn out that easily. Gato was getting scared and was just about to bark out an order to attack when he found that his windpipe was being blocked by a crad lodged in his tea. He just gurgled before falling to the ground where his body twitched a little before slumping. And that takes care of him. Naruto said and put his hands behind his head. Hey, you just killed our meal ticket. One of the thugs shouted. How are we supposed to get paid now? He asked, and another one of the thugs decided to speak up. Let's kill these bears and then raid the village. He yelled, and all the thugs cheered before charging. They stopped when an arrow landed in front of them. They looked up to see every single villager standing on the bridge with wielding kind of makeshift weapons, with a Nari in the front holding a crossbow. You will not take one step into this village ever again. Anari shouted, and the villagers gave out battle cry and scared the S out of the thugs. Let's get the F out of here. They shouted to each other before leaving in their little boats. When Anari came up to Naruto, said boy just held out his hand, palms up. Anari looked to see the words, "Pay up sucker," tattooed on his palm. I want my money and the $20 you owe me. Naruto said, and Tsunami came walking towards them. I got the money right here, she said, and handed them to Naruto, who happily accepted them. Know this, Anari, Naruto said, making the boy look up at him. I always win my bets, he said, and turned around to walk towards his temporary team. I'll stop here. I bet you didn't see that one coming, huh? No, I'm not going to kill off Zabuza and his two partners Haku and the green-haired kid whose name shall not be spoken, for now. Now as for the bear summons. Boss. Bakuchiuchi, professional gambler. Panda, black kimono. Kanji, booze, money and women. Size, Gamabunta size. Weapons, claws, fangs and Anuchiwa, fan. Personality, happy-go-lucky drunk out off gambling addict. Name, Kamogunegiwo Shotakuru. Along comes a sucker just begging to be parted from his money, Nick, Kamo. Panda, blue vest and rise hat. Kanji, money. Size, human, 176 centimeters. Weapons, claws, fangs and staff. Personality, grumpy temperamental sucker, has never won anything his entire life, hence the name and nickname. Name, Gyakusen, calculate. Black grizzly, red kimono. Kanji, odds. Size, 2 foot tall. Weapons, claws and fangs. Personality, kind brainiac, never picks a fight, doesn't gamble that often, mostly calculate odds for other members of the clan. X. That will be all for this video. Be sure to like, subscribe, share, and comment down below for more videos. Goodbye.